I'm going to be showing you how to do all the puzzles, trials, and the location of the data card in Cantonica's Canto Bight within LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga's Galaxy Free Play. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this is the big one, so let's go ahead and begin here with Sandy Stash, the first puzzle here right next to the landing zone. So you're going to notice this silver LEGO object, so you know what that means. Switch to a villain character, destroy it with their grenade, and then you can get the Kyber Brick for Sandy Stash. So next up, we're going to go just to the left of the landing zone for Unlimited Tower, not Power. So we're going to come over here, there's going to be this astromech droid panel. We're going to hack that with, what else other than an astromech droid. So once we do that, you can then follow the power line up here, and then you can switch to a bounty hunter character to destroy the gold LEGO objects surrounding this force field. That will lower the force field, allow you to get the Kyber Brick for Unlimited Tower. So now we're going to go to the right of the landing zone for Cracking Coastline. And so for this one, we need to switch to a scavenger character, and then we're going to use their Breaker Blaster ability to destroy the weak wall and get the Kyber Brick for Cracking Coastline. Alright, next up, we're going to continue in the landing zone area to the bottom right of the map. This is Beachfront Bonus, and all you have to do here is switch to a grapple hook character like a hero, astromech, or bounty hunter to grapple up here on top of this tower. Then you have to grapple up again and get the Kyber Brick for Beachfront Bonus. And then just below that, again on the bottom right side of the map, we have Welcome to Canto Bight. And this one is really easy. You can play as any character pretty much. Just jump up here and grab the Kyber Brick behind that LEGO object. So that is it for that one. So now we're going to head north and go inside to one of the indoor mini kits. This one's called Canto's Finest Kyber. So let's go ahead and head inside. And once you get inside, you're going to have to switch to a force using character and pick up the nearby LEGO block to hit all of the switches along the wall with it within a short amount of time. So there we go, I did it. That'll open up the crate and you can get the Kyber Brick for Canto's Finest Kyber. Alright, next we're going to do Night on the Tiles. And this is, again, we're just going to slowly move up north throughout this map because this is a pretty big map. And for this one, you just have to switch to an acrobatic character like a Jedi or Sith or Scavenger and go on those poles. And then get to the roof for Night on the Tiles. And now we're just going to move toward the north of there for Canto Fight. So you're going to notice a Kyber Brick out in the open. You're going to walk up to it, but then the treasure chest is going to close. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of enemies that attack you. So we're going to take all of them out. And eventually, one of them is going to drop a key for you. And there it is. So we're going to go ahead and pick this up. Then you can use that on the treasure chest, and then you will finally have access to the Kyber Brick for Canto Fight. So next up, we're going to get the data card for Canto Bight here. This is going to be in the middle of the map almost, and we're just going to grapple up. This is really close to the Canto Fight one that we just did. Just keep grappling with a grapple character until you reach the Kyber Brick, the data card for Canto Bight. Alright, so now we're going to go back to Kyber Bricks. So this is going to be Cupcake Shake-up. This is another one of the indoor Kyber Bricks. So we're going to head inside here. And inside we're going to have to do a little bit of a puzzle here. So just stand on the platforms like I'm doing here. I hit the red once, the blue once, then the red again, and then I hit the yellow. And if you do it in that order, you will unlock the Kyber Brick for Cupcake Shake-up. You're pretty much just aligning the three colors together. Alright, next we're going to do Cut Above Canto. And it's going to be just to the left of the one we just did, and you'll notice a Kyber Brick up here on this ledge, so switch to a character that has a lightsaber, and cut all the way up until you reach the Kyber Brick for Cut Above Canto. That's actually kind of a cool mechanic. It's not used too much in the open world, so that's kind of cool there. So next up, we're going to do Archway Award, and so you're going to notice this Kyber Brick up here on this archway. Just look to the left, you'll notice the ladder. All you have to do is climb the ladder and get the Kyber Brick for Archway Award. So very easy there. And next we're going to go to the bottom left side of the map and go inside for Canto Bites. Get it? It's a pun for food. Anyway, so we're going to switch to a protocol droid, and that will allow you to hack this panel and play as these other protocol droids. And you pretty much want to put food on this conveyor belt, which is going to bring it to the other side, which then you can deliver the food to the various customers. So one customer is going to want the green drink. Another customer is going to want like the sandwich, so we're going to put that on their plate. And then the last customer, I believe, is going to want like the cake or whatever that is. So we're going to give them the cake, put that on their table. Once you feed all three customers, you will get the Kyber Brick for Canto Bites. And so that one kind of has a lot of steps to it. But now we're going to move over here to the right side for Canto Buyers, another indoor Kyber Brick here. So we're going to head inside. And we're going to have another thing we got to do here. So we're going to have to talk to the nearby astromech droid, the sales droid as it's called. And you do have to pay him some studs, give him the money, and then you can get the Kyber Brick for Canto Buyers. So really, really easy there. You should easily be able to afford that at this point in the game. So next up, we're going to head just outside to stacking the odds. You'll notice the Kyber Brick under this archway. And you'll notice some orange Lego blocks that we can move with the Force. So we're going to switch to a Force using character. And we're going to stack 3 of these blocks underneath the Kyber Brick, so then we can get up and collect the Kyber Brick for stacking the odds. Alright, next we're going to do bounce to the bridges. This is kind of close to the landing zone, just north of the landing zone. So we're going to head to the back of this initial pathway. You'll notice a grapple hook point on one of the archways. And then from there you just have to go and hit all the switches as you run towards this Kyber Brick for bounce to the bridges. So not too hard there. It's a little tricky to find the initial grapple hook point there. Alright, so next we're going to do High Flyers Wires, another indoor Kyber Brick here. So we're going to head inside, and once you get inside here, you're going to have to step on some switches all at the same time. I believe there's going to be 3 switches, so you'll notice some power lines along the wall, and that will kind of tell you where the switches are. So there's one switch, and then we're going to go over here, and there's another switch. And there's going to be a 3rd switch here close to the entrance. So you only have 2 characters, obviously, so you'll have to switch to a protocol droid, split them in half. That will kind of count as 2 characters that you can have each step on a platform. And once you step on all 3 switches, you will get the Kyber Brick for High Flyers Wires. Alright, moving just outside there to the left, we're going to do Mind Tricky Treasure. And so there's going to be a cage, but there's going to be 2 things we need to hit. So first off, to the left of the cage, we can mind control a nearby character with a Jedi or Sith to pull a switch, so not too bad there. And then over here on the other side, you set to switch to a grapple hook character, grapple up, and pull that switch. Once you pull both switches, that'll open up the cage, and then you can get the Kyber Brick for Mind Tricky Treasure. So next, we're going to do High Stake Shootout here, just to the north of the one we just did. And so this is one of those where you have to shoot 4 targets within the time frame. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you do that, it'll open up the cage, giving you the Kyber Brick for High Stake Shootout. Alright, moving right along, we're going to do a Side Alley Surprise here, moving over here to the left. And so there's going to be a Kyber Brick here next to this stairway. Well, how do you get that open? Well, you have to go up top of the steps, and you'll notice over here there is a switch that you can hit. Hit the switch, that'll open up the crate, giving you the Kyber Brick for Side Alley Surprise. Alright, next we're going to do a Stable Profit here, kind of on the far left side of the map. And so we're going to head down this pathway. You'll notice a red force field. How do we get past that? Well, you need a key card, and the key card is going to be on top of this nearby platform. So move the nearby Lego object with a Force using character, get the key card, open up the red force field, go inside, and get the Kyber Brick for a Stable Profit. Alright, next we're going to do Canto Flight. So we already did Canto Fight, now we're doing Flight. So we're going to head on top here of this stairway. We're going to switch to a scavenger character, use their glider ability, then glide off into the distance, and get the Kyber Brick for Canto Flight right in the middle of the sky there. Alright, next we're going to do Secure Seating. It's kind of going to be kind of on at the bottom of the stairway here. And so you're going to notice another red force field. If you look above it, though, there's going to be a grapple hook point. So switch to a grapple hook character like a hero, astromech, or bounty hunter to grapple up, pull the switch, lower the force field, get the Kyber Brick for Secure Seating. So to the right of there, we're going to do Seeds in Alderaan Places. I see what they did there, TT Games. So you're going to need to pick up 3 acorns and plant them in these 3 pots. The first one's going to be right there. The next one's going to be in a nearby tree. We're going to pull that with a grapple hook character, put that into the pot, and there's going to be another tree over here. Pull that down with a grapple hook character, put that into the next pot. Then we're going to use the Force with a Jedi or Sith to water each of these 3 plants until it blossoms into a nice flower. Then you'll get a buildable Kyber Brick for Seeds in Alderaan Places. Next, we're going to do Present in the Park here, moving just north of the one we just did. And you're going to notice a Kyber Brick way up there. Now, how do you get up to that point? Well, you're going to find a nearby ladder to the left. We're going to climb all the way up the ladder, and from there we can switch to a scavenger character, use their glider ability to glide on over to the Kyber Brick for present in the park. So next up, we're going to do the Fast and the Fathier, I guess is how you say that. So there's going to be a trial. This is a trial for Canto Bight. So we're going to get on one of these creatures. Is that what these are called? Fathiers, I'm guessing? I have no idea. But we're going to get on one of them, and we're just going to go through all of the green targets within the time frame. Shouldn't be too hard. Just make sure you're taking the right pathways and everything. Get the gold rank and get the Kyber Brick for the Fast and the Fathier. So next up, we're going to do Powering Promenade. And this one's going to be kind of moving up on the steps here. And there's going to be a nearby battery or a power source of some sort. So we're going to go up here, put the battery into place. Then over here on the other side, there's going to be some grapple hook points along the stairway walls. And there's going to be another battery. These batteries will be highlighted on your map as a purple icon, so they're not too hard to find. Once you put two or both of the batteries in place, you'll get the Kyber Brick for Powering Promenade. So next we're going to do Timer Climber, moving here close to the top of the stairway, but not quite there yet. So over here there's going to be a whole bunch of net launcher platforms that we can use here. So we're going to use the net launcher, move a character up, and then you have to switch to your scavenger character again, use the net launcher, and basically your other character needs to hit a bunch of switches within a time frame. And once you do that, you can get the Kyber Brick for Timer Climber. So be sure to slow that down if you need additional help with just how I did that one. But next up, we're going to do Tower of Gold here, moving up here to the top of the tower at last. So we're going to go over here and use these orange handles to kind of maneuver our way up here on top of this tower. It's going to be a gold Lego object on top. Switch to a bounty hunter character to destroy that, and get the Kyber Brick for Tower of Gold. Now, staying on top of this tower, we're actually going to be moving inside into the kind of casino area for vaulting to the vault. And so from this tower, we're going to swing on these flagpoles with a acrobatic character like a Jedi, Sith, or Scavenger. And that'll allow us to get inside of the casino area. Once you get inside, you can just drop right down into this secret vault and get the Kyber Brick for vaulting to the vault. So from there, once we're inside, we're going to go to the Spinner Winner Beginner puzzle. And it's going to be on the left side of the casino. So what you have to do is pull this switch. It's going to cause this thing to rotate, and you basically want to stop it when it hits when the blue portion hits the top of the rotating thingamajig, whatever you want to call that. And you have to do that 3 times, get all 3 blue things lined up to the top, and that'll give you the Kyber Brick for Spinner Winner Beginner. But we're not done yet, because then you have to do the same puzzle over again. So after you get that first one, you then have to do Spinner Winner Again-ner. So this one's going to be a little bit faster than before, but again, just kind of time it to where the blue thing's going to land in the top zone, get it a little bit earlier than you expect, and you should be able to get it for Spinner Winner Again-ner. So next up, we're going to go to the bottom right side of the casino for Not a Pair in the World. And this is like a classic, matching game here. So I'm going to show you the key. So you're going to want to hit that one, and then the one on the top right. And then you're going to hit the one on the left, and the one on the bottom right. And then you're going to want to hit this one on the right middle, with this one on the top kind of middle, I guess you could say. Then we're going to hit the top right with the bottom left, and the top left with the bottom, and then the last 2, and eventually you'll get match all of them, and then it'll give you the Kyber Brick for Not a Pair in the World. So that one's really just a lot of trial and error, or you can use this guide to tell you exactly how to do it. So now we're going to move to the outside of the casino for Casino Climbing. And so right above the casino entrance, you're going to notice all these grapple hook points. Obviously switch to a grapple hook character, climb up, and get the Kyber Brick for Casino Climbing. And there's going to be a statue in front of the casino for Fractured Fathier. And so we're going to have to switch to a force using character to build this Fathier statue. I'm assuming that's what this creature is called. I should probably have looked that up before I did this guide, but you know what? That's okay. So we're going to build the statue, put all the pieces in the right spot, and that'll give you the Kyber Brick for Fractured Fathier. There we go. So moving just to the right of that statue here at the top of the casino, there's going to be this Kyber Brick sort of in the corner here. You'll notice it. And there's going to be this grapple hook point, so let's grapple over to it and get the Kyber Brick for Canto Corner. And guys, we are almost done. Over here to the right, there's going to be this lock icon. And so we're going to go over to that and switch to a protocol droid, but you'll notice that there's a lock on it and we need the password. Well, to get the password, you have to go all the way over to Crate and more specifically the Crate Outpost area. And then once you get to Crate Outpost, there will be a key icon on your map, sort of in the top left side of the map. Here is the green key protocol droid thing that you can hack, and that'll give you the password. So then once you get the password, you can go all the way back to Canto Bight, input that password for, I forget what it's called exactly, Canto Bight Prison, something like that, who knows. But once you do that, that'll give you the vehicle token for highest bidder. And guys, that's going to be all the puzzles, trials, and the location of the data card for Cantonica's Canto Bight. So let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.